All right, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to TrainWorld TV, TrainWorld Live, and thank you very much for joining us tonight on a special second annual Angela Trotta Thomas Christmas Spectacular World of Lionel with Meegan and Angela Trotta Thomas herself, and also Ken Sr. How you doing, everyone?
Great, glad to be here.
Doing good. Glad it's our second one. It's awesome.
Looking forward to this one. I missed last year's, so this is exciting to me.
All right, awesome. And we have people all over the world, UK, tuning in to watch the show. So that's great to see. So we're really excited for that. And we have a lot to cover. And last show was really memorable. A lot of people were tearing up, emotional, just a lot of great memories, words, and something different. Angela is a great artist, and a lot of people know her work through the Lionel boxcars that she does every year. But you know, this gives us an inside scoop of really the magic herself, and really how she puts everything together with Lionel, and a wonderful partnership. So we'll start with you, Angela, and if you want to maybe introduce yourself and just kind of for the people out there that don't already know you.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Angela, and I'm delighted to say that I've been working with Lionel now for over 30 years, which is very hard to believe, but we've made some really great pieces together, and I absolutely love working with Meegan and the whole crew at Lionel. We have a lot of fun, but I think we've also done a lot of really good work. So we're going to talk a little bit about all that sort of thing tonight, and just I'm real happy to be here. I'm really very honored to have this special spectacular. And I'd also like to say hi to my granddaughter, Rhett. Hi, Mimi loves you. Thanks, everyone. I know that's really important, guys.
It is very important.
So, you want to go tell them a little bit about what's going to happen tonight, Meegan?
Well, yeah. Hi, I'm Meegan Untereker. I am a project manager with Lionel Trains. As probably for the last 5 years, I've got to work on the production side with Angela. Before that, we worked on some catalog stuff, and I used to do catalog and marketing. And I had the privilege of meeting Angela at one of my first Lionel warehouse sales that we worked, and then a couple of the different LCCA events. So I think we kind of had a very a great bond from the get-go. I think she would agree. We were both very bubbly, very fun, just happy-go-lucky, individuals. And then I got the privilege to work with her in production, and I do feel like we have really up the ante on our product line for her items, rather than just doing kind of the same thing every year. We're bringing new items, new things with technology, and some new innovations to her art. And again, it's some of my favorite pieces. She's one of my favorite licensors to work with, because we really do get to work together and collab, and try to make it better. And things I may like, she'll bring ideas to, and vice versa. So again, we've got some really great stuff to show you tonight. Some really exciting stuff that I'm sure that Ken Sr. and Ken Jr. are going to let you know about, that we've had the privilege of working on. And so, yeah, we got some really cool stuff.
That's awesome. Very good. And Angela, I guess, what's the process? And you have so many beautiful paintings behind you. I guess if you could maybe briefly just describe the process for people who haven't seen the show last time of how it comes from painting to boxcar, I guess.
Well, first of all, Meegan and I talk. That's number one. And we come up with a concept. And then they send me the actual, like, they're like blueprints. What would you call them, Meegan?
What we do is we come up with the ideas, and then we will send her basically a template that she can actually sketch on. So that's why when you see her products that we bring out, the space is used extremely well. Instead of just, here, send us a painting, we'll crop it. We actually really utilize the space that's available on the piece of rolling stock or the engine or the accessory. So I think that's where, again, communication is key. Again, one thing I mentioned, she's one of my favorite licensors because we talk it out in depth before and then kind of start coming up with ideas and inspiring one another on what would be best, just for both the Angela Trotta Thomas fan, as well as the Lionel fan. So we brainstorm it, and then I give her tools that she can make the magic happen.
Well, thank you, Meegan. Thank you very much. So I sketch everything out on these templates so that it actually works well. But just a little caveat, some of the paintings that I've done in the past have worked really well on the box cars. And they weren't planned to go on the box cars. One of the ones is the Well-Stocked Shelves series. Well-Stocked Shelves is one of my paintings that it's in the background here, no, over here. And we had 3 box cars that took actually the artwork off the shelves, put them on the box cars, and they fit perfectly. So sometimes things work from what I did before, but now we're really fine-tuning everything to go right onto the cars exactly the way they're supposed to go. So it's a lot of fun. Who's our little puppy here?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Who do we have there?
I'm babysitting my son's dogs. It's like my granddoggy, and it's time for me to let her out.
Okay.
It's not any of my kids. It's none of my kids have yet came in. So.
I may have to get up for a second and let her out.
That's fun.
I'll show her on camera first.
All righty there.
I was like, it's not me. You'd probably mom.
I was like, it's maybe Meegan has a dog. I don't know.
No, I do not have a dog. I had twins instead.
We're gonna make a little run. Okay, everybody.
Oh.
I think that puppy needs to be on a boxcar. So we actually did a lot of fun projects with Ken Sr. and Ken Jr. that we're going to talk a little bit about probably when Ken comes back, I would guess.
Yeah.
But we're doing a lot of other product. Like Meegan said, she and I have talked not only about boxcars, but we've done cabooses. We've got some exciting things coming out this year, which we're really excited about. I don't know how much I can say, so I'm going to let Meegan decide on how much can be said about these things.
I have ways.
Okay.
I do not want, without going too far. And don't forget the engine. We did a Lion Chief Plus engine that was stunning. It's still one of my favorite pieces that you've done for us.
Thank you. So. It
So,
means a lot to me too. It really does.
yeah.
A little side note, we're doing a layout in our garage this year for all the neighborhood kids to come around and see, and obviously running all those pieces on the layout. So it should be a fun time.
Well, and the one thing that I love too about these products, or especially most of the paintings, and Angel's got some new paintings too that are not necessarily holiday focused that I'm really excited to kind of dive into in the future. But I love it because they're such great pieces that those people that don't even know really who Angela Trotta Thomas is, they just love the Santa that's being used, or they love the feeling. So it's great to see how the brand awareness or Angela's brand is kind of being brought into another level for both the person that is an Angela Trotta fan. They're getting people that maybe didn't know who she was, and then now they're becoming Angela Trotta fans. And so we've actually seen an uptick in our sales in Angela Trotta merchandise because, again, it just feels nostalgic. It feels loving. It feels warm. I don't know. It just really kind of tugs at that holiday feeling, especially on your holiday cars. Again, some of my most favorite projects because of the way that the art looks. It just is breathtaking on some of our pieces rolling stock because it's a really good platform for her items. One of the ones I don't know, you might want to zoom me in, but like two of the cars that we had in this catalog. So I've got one right here. This is part of our iconic Angela Trotta Thomas iconic engine series. This was in our catalog that came out this January. They just arrived today at Lionel, so they'll be shipping out to the dealers soon. But we just got this one in as well as the Hudson. So as you can see, the detail, my lighting's beautiful. Not the greatest, but I mean, it's just awesome detail.
That's gorgeous.
It's really so, nice. I mean, it's gorgeous. And these just came in today. I go through, a lot of people may not even realize this. I go through and I have to go through and spot check. So I go through and open up to kind of make sure we have a very, like for us, we go through and see multiple, we see deco, we see pre-production, we see, then when they do come in, we get called, I go out to the warehouse and I actually go and inspect. And I was so excited to see these come in because we all know that things here and there have been delaying and nationally, everyone knows with the container shortages and stuff like that, or container issues. I was really excited to see these come in today. So they're going to start shipping out very soon, like in the next release to you guys at TrainWorld if you had some orders come in. So those are going to be seeing, and then we'll have the caboose, which I do not have a sample with me right now, that will be arriving in a week or two. So again, we got some really stunning decal work on these box cars. And again, Angela made it come to life in her paintings. And I'm really excited about this iconic engine line. We had another GG1 in this last catalog.
Yeah, I got a picture of it here.
Yeah. And again, kind of utilizing the color story that's in the engine. Oh, there you go. So again, that one did extremely well. And so you're going to see more of those in our next catalog. You might see some examples of what they might be in the background of Angela's photo. That's as far as I can take it. I don't want to get in trouble.
That's it. But that's how the artwork. That's what I do. I put it on a canvas, just like that, and then I usually give you enough sky and bottom part to the artwork so that you can crop it the way you need it to be cropped to work properly in the proportions that you need. So those are the kind of things that, we're getting that really down pat now. So it's really working out really well, but I'm having a really good time doing these pieces because there are so many beautiful iconic engines. I've been painting the memories and the emotional attachment to these trains for 30 years, but the emotional attachment to some of these iconic engines is incredible. I mean, most of the collectors I know have not everyone, but multiples of everyone, and they're still looking for more. And so it seemed like a no-brainer to do a series like this.
Yeah.
So.
Because we talked about it for a few months of like, when's it time? The well-stocked shelves was a very fun series that we did, and we saw success with that. So we're like, let's do this iconic locomotive series, and so far it's been proven to be pretty positive. And she gives us high-res photos after. She'll send me a sketch and I take a look at it and we talk about any changes. And if we're good to go, she'll go ahead and paint. Then she'll send myself a high-res photograph of it. And then I have a great creative department at Lionel that does amazing things. But you know what? She really makes that job so easy for them because we've got it's all proportioned exactly to what we need for that box car. And so, whenever I hand over an Angela project to my creative team, they're like, oh, I can get this done for you like in an hour. You know what I mean? They got it all ready to go. Makes everyone's job a little bit easier. But again, it really has came out really nicely. And with these, because we're doing we do decal now with it, the actual it's so smooth on the box car. It just lays flat and nice, and just the colors really are a little bit more vibrant. And again, two of the ones we're going to do in our next catalog, I think are going to be probably two of my favorites because the colors are so stunning. I'm excited. And I know that Angela has approved the pro art for our next catalog. So she knows how they kind of look like on the box car. And again, what's cool is I was like, hey, what color roof and ends do you think look better? I mean, so we have a lot of fun because I can have that freedom. I don't get that freedom with a lot of my other licensors. I have to follow specific style guides. I only can use certain photography. I can only use certain fonts. You know, with Angela, we're able to be like, hey, do you think we should do this color blue or that color blue? You know, it's a lot of fun to be able to like really have a partner in the process and not just I have to follow a style guide.
It means a lot to me too. I really am. I really appreciate being part of the whole process.
Yeah.
So I'm glad, and it makes a better product in the end.
Oh yeah.
There's no doubt about it. So I'm, we all can be happy and proud of them.
And it's so fun when I get a pre-production sample because we start talking about it and we're like, did you see how good that came out? That came out all. I mean, so it's really cool that like.
I'm really excited about that. We have a hobby shop coming out. Well, that's going to be awesome. I think
this one, it's right here.
Oh, you got one.
Oh. This is a pre-production sample. It is going to take a little bit longer to get in just due to different things. I'm trying to find the best angle. But as you can see,
I love the figures in front of the window, and inside is the train's going to go around, right?
Yep, the train moves. It's a plug, expand, play. You can see Angela's art on the side.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. Beautiful.
Now, and what's really fun about, so it's all about, it's a gift shop, and I wish you guys could see more inside. You can kind of see there's like a layout in there. This accessory, this was actually done by another one of our project managers. Of course, I'm Meegan, she's Megan. But we sit next to each other and we got talking and we're like, oh my gosh, it'd be great to do something with Angela because we haven't done an accessory for a while. And this just worked out. And what Megan did was, I don't think even a lot of people realize we do this. Like the figures are actually sculpted. We call our like coworkers' kids. Can they come and pose for these figures? So there's actually like two girls right here. They're twins and they're one of our creative designers' twin daughters.
Oh, that's cool.
And then we've also got, this is Megan's son. Like, so that it's all been kind of like, we really do put a lot of those extra things in there that a lot of people don't realize that, we don't just, we actually bring them in and photograph them and utilize in 3D. We always laugh. The Halloween figures are actually a whole bunch of us from work. And they just kind of made us look like we were little.
That's great.
So we do put a lot. That's what's really cool about, Lionel. We are big in the train world per se, but we are, we're a small company really, but we have a lot of fun and we really pitch in wherever we can. And we're always up for the challenge of trying to make another product something even better than ever before.
Well,
on that hobby shop, the trains go around in the layout inside.
Yeah, so kind of like when we did the other repair shop or the other hobby shop that had the inside train that when you plugged it in. So there's actually a layout. I wish I had better lighting in my home office. I'm sorry, guys. But there's actually like a little layout in there, and the train will operate.
Okay. Yeah, and when it's plugged in, it'll probably be all lit up inside, right?
Yeah.
That's probably the most iconic memory that I have heard over the last 30 years of any memories that I'm painting is looking in the store windows, the hobby shop windows. And it's, now everybody's looking on the internet, but there's just something really nostalgic about, the snow falling and your nose pressed against the window and all that sort of stuff to see the new Lionel pieces that came out. So that I think will keep continuing to be depicted in all our things.
Yeah, I think this accessory and stuff is going to be definitely a hit for a lot of layouts. And again, it's plug, expand, play, so it's really easy to go ahead and plug in. Also, you can also change the wires out and actually, hardwire them if you need to. I don't see this one going away for a while. The colors are too good. And again, it's a gift shop, but it's got Angela's signature all over it without actually. So again, it brings people that don't even know who Angela Trotta Thomas is and opens up a whole new world to her art and the nostalgic feel that she can bring.
Yeah, and there was a question about the SKU. The SKU is 212090 on our website. So we're still taking pre-orders. Hopefully Meegan could get them out shortly. But really nice looking shop.
Yeah.
And yes, they are available for purchase from the UK.
I think, is that going to be in before the holidays or after the hobby shop?
I think it's, unfortunately, we're keeping up with everything. I believe it actually is on the water, but I do believe it's gonna miss it barely. We did a lot of maneuvering, trying to switch things around. But again, unfortunately, something like that was one of the items. The rolling stock will all get here before, but that one will barely miss it.
Okay. All right.
Now,
They're selling, and tomorrow I'm gonna have to call up, see if you got any more to sell.
Well, I could pull up NetSuite right now, but I can't. Well, can't because I'm doing this. But definitely reach out, because I mean, it is a good item. And you know what? Here's what's crazy: the more we get comments from you guys, and we'll put reorders in. Do you know what I mean? Like, so again, this is an iconic piece that I could see being not just a 1-year run. It could be something that, if the demand's there, it could keep ordering. So.
That's great.
That's great stuff. Great stuff.
Now, a big part of the show, we are actually announcing 2 exclusive items. One of them a painting and one of them a boxcar. And I'm not sure either Ken Sr. or Angela, if you guys want to take over on how this creation kind of got started.
Well, yeah, let me go and start there. I basically had an idea to do a painting of our original location at 1510 Avenue M in Brooklyn, where the Bianco family started this business. And I called up Angela. I said, is this something you can do? And she says, sure. Just kind of give me whatever information you can give me. Give me a picture. Give me some ideas. So basically, I dug out a picture and of our Brooklyn location back in the day. This is back in the 70s and 80s. And just without hesitation, I can do that like nothing, like no problem at all. And it just it started out with a sketch that she made of the I don't know if you can see it too well, but it just it started coming to life. She's an amazing artist, a drawer, even stenciling. It was just it just started to come together very quickly. Quite honestly, she's amazing, absolutely amazing.
She turns things fast. I will tell you that.
Yep. And even without the color or anything, the sketches just kind of was right on target, just like the picture, exactly like the picture. And then she just kind of like kept putting it together. Do I want this? Do I want that? And the input that she was asking, it wasn't like she was just doing her thing. It was, she wanted it to be exact, and she just kept asking detail. And we just kept going back and forth with little things, little details, and that's kind of really what made it. And the end result was this beautiful picture of our original store. That's quite honestly, I'm trying to straighten it out here.
That's actually the original painting right there.
That's amazing.
Yes, this is the original, and it's got that famous artist signature right here, Angela Thomas Trotta. And it's just spectacular. I wanted to hang it in my bar in my house, so I needed a certain size to match certain other pictures here. And then I was watching a YouTube video on the internet of somebody's train room, and I said, wow, they're hanging all kinds of stuff in the train room. So then I called up Angela. I said, do you think we can put this on a canvas and make copies of these? And so our customers who've been to our store many years ago and even today that know this place, that walk through those doors, that remember those prices on the windows, it's just, I wonder if they would go for something like this. And so we made a bunch of these up, and we have them for sale on our website right now to buy. And it's basically, we made a small run, and we're going to see how they go. But it's a amazing paint job you did, Angela. And quite honestly, when I got it in my hand, my eyes were welting. I was like tearing. It was just brought back a lot of memories. I could look at this and then remember when I was working there as a teenager, what I was doing and dealing with the customers who were incredible customers. They're just a passion for trains, and the customers taught me. They knew more than me, so they kept teaching me and telling me, and it was just a lifelong passion for my whole family, all the Biancos.
Well, I'm glad I brought back. That's what it's all about. I'm so glad I brought back all those good good memories for you. That's plus it's such a colorful, really pretty building.
Yeah.
And when I saw the color and everything, I thought, oh, this would be great. It wasn't just an old brick building. It's, the sign was colorful. The trim work was colorful, everything. I like the Tyco sign on the top and everything. So it really gave me good reference to do something that I thought would look, would work even, in any layout room. So I was really happy to do it for you. Very much.
And I know this is what you do for a living, but after what I did with you to do this, all you collectors out there who got train rooms, just send her a picture of your train room and she can paint it. She can, and if you want to be sitting in the chair playing with your trains, she can do that too, probably.
Yeah, her commission.
You're going to be so busy you can't work for Lionel anymore, man. I don't know.
No, they're top priority.
Hold down.
Yeah. But it's just fascinating that just the memories I get by looking at it, and every time I look at it, it's a different memory of something, a different Christmas, a different age I was there, that I did this, I did that, my father, my mother, and my sisters, and now we're into the third generation with little Paulie Jr. and Anthony Jr. and Kenny Jr. and Frank, my brother-in-law, and Phil, my brother's son-in-law. It's just the family just keeps coming in and doing a fantastic job.
It is a family-oriented hobby. It really is.
Oh, my sister Diane. I forgot my sister Diane.
Ken, do you have the canvas there so we can show them how it's going to hang and everything, so that people can see what the product actually looks like? Okay, so you're going to pop it up. There we go. So this is the canvas, and it came out great. I'm really, really pleased. And if you turn it around, they can see that they can hang this. It's got hooks. It does not have to be framed. It can be framed though. So, but it's got dimension on the side, so it really looks nice, just hung like that. And I think it's colorful. Let's face it, orange and blue. Those are the colors. So it was a lot of fun to work with. And this painting actually led us into our next project. Oh, do you want to show some snippets?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the canvas came out. That's the first time I've seen the full, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, quite honestly, everybody was asking me for the picture before the show. I can't even tell what the difference is. They both look incredible, both the canvas. So I know the customers out there, once they get this, it looks fantastic. It's excellent, beautiful, really classy. And Angela was kind enough to share us kind of the process of how she started creating this and painting it. So let's share that right now, Angela.
Okay.
See if I could get this out. Hold on.
They're probably they're fast action videos, but it might give you some idea of some of the
All right. Now let me just oh, there's more. Oh, is there more? Hold on. Sorry, I cut that off too soon.
And it was right by the train station, wasn't it, Ken?
Yes, yes. There was
Yeah.
the elevated train station was there too.
Right. So you can see a little bit of that on the side, just to kind of give it some, location feeling,
And
Yeah, we probably should have put a button with sound, the trains going by on the tracks.
Angela, I'm not sure if you could walk us kind of through the painting as it goes. I'm going to mute the sound, and if you could just walk us through, because I'm kind of curious, like the process of like, okay, now you got to paint this first, then this next. So let me just start off here.
What kind of paint? What kind of brushes? What is?
It's oil, and the one that the original here is on a high acid-free archival panel. Mm-hmm. So it's got longevity. And the first thing I do is I put down a base color. If you see all that yellow, mm-hmm. and that color kind of peeks through here and there. Then I do what I call the underpainting. It's like the first layer of painting, pretty loose, just to get the overall piece together. Then I go back and I do glazing, so that I can highlight certain areas and kind of dull down certain areas, so that basically I can be the one that chooses what's important to really look at, and not have the same importance on everything in the painting. And obviously in this one, the signage was really the most important part of this painting. So I really wanted to pop those, so that I kept the color really more chroma color in the signs to really pop them off the canvas. Kind of dulled back a little bit the brickwork and that sort of thing to kind of push it in the background a little bit. But I use all oil. It's all oil on canvas or on panel, which is, this one was a panel. So it's forever. I mean, it won't go away, So that's pretty much how I work. I kind of use all the reference. Now, I didn't have reference for the bottom. I had to kind of make that up, as we discussed, and so I kind of, try to tie it in as best as I could to work with the whole thing. It may not be exactly, but I think it was pretty close, because we talked about where the doors were and all that sort of stuff. So, I had the overall feeling. The top is pretty much, I went by that photograph that you sent me, as best as I could. And and then the main sign, your main regular sign there, right? The TrainWorld sign is really colorful and really bright, and proportionately really good for the next thing we're going to talk about.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of brushes? I've heard, like, years ago, somebody told me it's like horsehair or something.
Well, I do horsehair. No, not horsehair. I do bristle. Basically, most of the brushes that I use are synthetic, because they have more grab and more. They hold the paint better. When I used to do watercolors all the time, I used to use sable brushes. I have a few sable brushes for the details. Like that one I'm using right there is probably a sable brush, because it's really tight detail for the lettering. The lettering is, I've lettered a lot, so just it's not easy. So I have actual brushes that have very long bristles that are made just for that.
Yeah. Right now I'm looking at it, and another memory comes back when my father handed me the shovel, and he goes, "Shovel out front, Ken."
Well, we wanted to get the Christmas feel, so needed the snow.
What's amazing also is kind of the partnership with Lionel as well. Not only just Angela Trotta Thomas putting this painting together, but Lionel kind of starting trains and being the iconic brand name. And you could see what a big part Lionel has been to our family business and TrainWorld. And in the sign, TrainWorld, authorized Lionel American Flyer dealers. I mean, big pronounced. Lionel is the go-to manufacturer at that time and even today. So throughout history, all partners together have kind of grown throughout the years, and you could even see the side sign Lionel. So it's a great true hobby shop sign, and no matter what hobby shop you sold Lionel trains. I mean, it just no matter what, in order to be in business, you had to sell the largest manufacturer, which is Lionel Trains. So Angela really did a great job.
It's beautiful.
Really putting this painting together. Just gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yep.
we saw the photograph too from Angela and in the office, and there's been a large group of us have been there for quite a few years now. I mean, again, we see this and we see how long ago it was that this was up there, and it does give you kind of a sense of pride to see how important Lionel was to you guys back then and to many people. And so it's pretty cool because we're still going strong, and still kind of considered one of the premier train manufacturers out there. So it was there we go.
Yes.
I need Ken's phone.
And I'm honored to be part of it. Trust me. I know what it means, and I'm grateful.
But like a lot of people in the office, we all kind of like, look at this picture. How cool is this? It really shows the timing. Again, the whole picture that we got to see was really, really cool to see. And this is the first time I'm seeing the print and the painting, and it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning.
I was very pleased with the way the print came out. Really pleased.
Yeah,
I thought it turned out great. So delighted. I'm delighted to have brought back all that happiness for you guys.
Yeah, I haven't even given it to I think my brothers and sisters are finding out right now about it because I never told them. I said,
really?
It's a surprise to everybody. Yep. It was really just going to be for me, and then I just said, you know what? Let's put this on canvas and share it with the world. We've always got letters from people that say, why don't you guys make a boxcar or this or that over the years? And we always thought about it, but now everything's materializing. Now's the time.
And that kind of brings us into our next segment. What about making it into a boxcar? And I think we were all amazed by the beautiful picture that Angela created. That we were like, you know what? Why not make it a boxcar? And that's what Lionel did. And I'm not sure, Meegan, you want to?
It's up to you. You want me to?
Yeah. You show it the world.
Well, before we go into that, wait, Meegan. It basically started. What could we put on a boxcar?
Yeah.
So then we thought about the Brooklyn sign, like Angela says, is so colorful, it's beautiful, and we thought about let's put our signage on the boxcar, and then it was like, do we put it on both sides? And then it was like, nah, you know what? That's where TrainWorld began, and now we have a different sign now in our Brooklyn store. Let's put the TrainWorld of today on one side and the TrainWorld of yesterday on the other side. And it just was an amazing idea and a collaboration of Lionel and Angela and us. And we just, it was just an idea, but when they put it together, it was like, holy mackerel. It's just beautiful.
So it was. And that's where I'm glad that you touched base on that. It's something that we have, as many people know out there, we do some of our Musa products, or what we call, basically printed and assembled in the U.S. And we're able to do some very, very cool things in-house in North Carolina. So many other, you guys have had some custom projects we've done from engines to boxcars to that. That this is kind of one of those things that we are very close with TrainWorld, and we've done a lot of things. We collaborate a lot with Ken Jr., especially on the online stuff. And it was like, you guys feel like, there are so many people that come to me when we were going to shows, and they would talk so many great things about TrainWorld. It just kind of felt like a no-brainer. And we did. We got on a Zoom call. I'll remember that. We were trying, all four of us were on there. We brainstormed, like, what do we think would be, the best route? And I do feel that this is something truly special, not just for TrainWorld, but also something I know that was very big for Angela and very special to us at Lionel. And we used, I got to see it being made, from beginning to end, from sketch to layout, as well as you guys did. We were very, everything was seen by like you guys before we moved on. And again, it's a very fun process when you have a team to collaborate with, and that you see all like everyone getting excited about it. And see what happens. But and these were actually, I mean, if you let me know when you want me to reveal, because I hello. So we have, it's the old original sign with some Christmas flair, so you can kind of see with the Christmas, and it's got the sign. It's one of our made. There.
I'm going to interject here. That is actually that art that you're seeing there is actually taken right off of the original painting that I did for you. So it's a painting of your original sign, but that is the painting that I did of the original sign. Yep. So it's kind of like, 3 steps away from the original sign.
So
it really worked.
Another part. So you got then, and then you have now.
And that's the way the sign is today. So worked out great. And then we did the separate, the holly and the tree separately to kind of add it, to have it really have a Christmas feel.
Yeah. And this is going to be, you've got your die-cast metal trucks in silver, metal frame, and you've got your kind of blue roof and ends, but that's what actually like really ties this together and bringing it all kind of together. But it is in person. I know I don't have the best lighting in here in my home office, but in person, it's truly a stunning car. I know you guys have either had samples or seen yours. So again, just a very cool piece. If you are a Lionel enthusiast or a TrainWorld enthusiast, or if this is your hobby shop of choice, I believe there's a limited number, right?
Well, right now there is. But each car has Angela's name on it also. So it's her car too.
Yes, it is an Angela Trotta car. You'll see her signature, as well as underneath the door will be the address of the location that the sign went to.
And we still have those signs. We still have it in our warehouse, the original sign. So it's great. All the letters we got over the years, people wanting us to make a boxcar. Here it is. Now you got it. Now you got it.
But the beautiful thing, this was actually UV printed in our North Carolina office on a Mimaki printer. So, there's some different things. I did send some content, but like it's stuff that definitely Ken can show at some point or even put on his site. But it's really cool to see how this process happens. But yeah, this was actually, I was out in the Musa room quite a bit. It's definitely a very cool process.
Yeah, and let's see that process. You were kind enough to share that at the actual process. So let's go take a look, Meegan. Wow.
Yeah, so that's a white layer that we put down underneath, so it allows the actual colors to be a little bit more vibrant and the white to show through.
Wow.
Very cool.
Is that what they call pad printing, or?
It's UV printing.
UV, okay.
Yeah. You'll see the lights. You'll kind of see like the lights coming through.
Wow.
Amazing.
You see all the bodies ready to be printed.
And when I did the blue background on the artwork on the new sign, Meegan sent me a car that had that actual blue on it so that I could match it up, and I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an impressive process. We love doing these in-house. It kind of gives, it allows us to do a lot of really great custom projects for people, for clubs and for hobby shops. And this is a really exciting one to do. And again, since I was kind of at the beginning of the process, I always get a little bit more, I get so into it and making sure that, it comes out perfect, and lots of tests and lots of color matching, that kind of thing. So.
And Meegan, Sparky had a good question. How long does it take for like a set of 6 cars?
So a lot of times, I think they can do, right off the top of my head, I'm not really sure. It will take some time. I mean, it could take, right off the top, I don't know how long That one took, I was in and out of back there, but we'll do quite a few within an hour. Because what we'll do with that, you have to go through and then you have to flip it over. So between the actual change of the fixture, so that's a fixture they set in, and the doors were actually done beforehand. So we were able to print, you have to print the doors separately.
Wow.
So because of that, you have a lot of stuff at chance that the actual like alignment may not work and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So we have an amazing team in our back that prints, that has to double check all those things, check alignment before we even start the printing process, because if you're off just a little bit,
Right.
that goes your whole run that's being
Wow.
printed at that time.
Wow.
So again, these cars are literally every single one has been inspected. Every single one has been assembled in our NC facility. So it does take some time. I apologize. I don't recall how many in one, like in an hour we can get done. But
Okay.
I think these actually the amount that you got done were fully assembled done in 2 days.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
paint
2 to
is
3
still
days.
wet.
Yeah.
I would say probably like 2 to 3 days. And what's great about this printer is you can actually pack them like pretty much right away.
Wow. Very cool.
It is amazing. And it's right on the color. It's just right onto the artwork. It's amazing.
Yep.
Really amazing.
And for this year, definitely have a limited quantity. And even to go back to the well for more would take like a year. It's just you got to get online with the factory there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But very nice, very impressive.
Very, very cool. And again, we have a great team that works in this is actually, this room is actually back in our warehouse. And we have a great made in the USA or custom. A lot of you guys know of our like personalized program. That's kind of where all this is done. So again, it's really fun to do these projects. I know there's another project we worked on that was actually printed back in that room this year. The one that you launched earlier this year with Polar Express. Yeah. So again, it's really fun to bring some of these custom pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's amazing how Angela could paint something and this machine kind of brings it to life on a boxcar. And it's like the machine knows what Angela's doing.
I'm amazed and really, really, like I said, it's a lot of fun to be able to create it that I know it's going to cover the whole. If you've been watching me over the years, we started out with a very small picture like this big on the side of the boxcar, and then on the other side was the title of the painting.
Yep.
That was way back, like 20 years ago. And now what you can do is just amazing. We can, like even like the detail on the engines, like on the sides of those cars is just really amazing. I do a lot of artwork. A lot of the Lionel artwork ends up on prints, like the print that you have. And, but I'm equally impressed with the art that goes on the box cars. It's pretty amazing. It really is. I don't think that ability to do that was there 25, 30 years ago. It's amazing what you can do.
This particular printing is actually starting to become, it's very popular for a lot of different products out there. We're even seeing some of our other manufacturers that are also using the same type of printing technique. I tend to prefer this printing technique or decal because I do feel like the actual colors come out more vibrant than like a regular tampo printing or anything like that. So again, it's just it's cool. But what we love about this, we've had these we actually have 2 of these Mimaki printers in the back, and over the last it's been about 5 years we've had where again it's really cool to be able to bring something to life in our home office. And we have a lot of fun with it, but it does take a process, and you've got scrap rate you've got to watch out for. You got different things, and we're always kind of pushing the boundaries on what we can and can't do. So again, this car actually was really, everyone was wowing it in the office. Like they just were like so impressed with the way it came out. The colors and the story of the boxcar itself is what I think is really what makes it amazing.
Beautiful.
Angela, on all the cars that you make, every time I get one, you look at the big picture on the car, But then I always look around the big picture, and I notice all the little detail and the little odds and ends you put in there that a lot of people probably they miss it. But if you just look close, there's these little things she puts in. It's almost like a surprise thing to take a look at on your box cars. They're just beautifully done.
That's fun for me. I like to do that. I like to add all the details and the, I like the magic of it all, and the colors and the shininess of it, and I like to make sure that all that gets into the painting as well. So I'm really happy that the technology can cover, can relay that. That makes me so happy that, like I said, I've been doing prints for years, but the art on the box cars is really right on.
Yeah.
Really
and this particular process you guys were seeing right there with the blue, I mean, because there's snow on the boxcar, you actually have to put a white layer underneath because printers don't print white. So that's where you're seeing the white. They have to do a full layer of white to do the blue over it, the colors, because it's a 4-color process. So that's why the TrainWorld is actually, that's going around. That's how that white is showing up, because you can't actually print white.
And that's how you get the vibrant colors too.
And the vibrant colors.
The white is underneath it, so it lets the red be really bright red.
Yeah.
And,
so this one did, because like with anytime we have the white, so some of our cars we don't have a lot of white, so we don't have to do as much of that white background. But this particular one, with the TrainWorld being white, the little snowflake, that all had to be a white background to make that happen.
Yeah, it's amazing too, because I think Angela was saying that like 30 years ago there wouldn't be this technology, and it's funny, if you do think of a boxcar back 30 years ago, it was a little lettering of New York Central or something, and that was the big design. Now with Lionel coming out with these wraparound graphics, really imprinting Angela's vision, it's just unbelievable. And I also have some of her products that we have on the layout right now, and there's the GG1, the hopper with the different panes with the picture, and you see the Santa Fe, and then you have I believe those are some FMs and F units on the boxcar, and then you see the TrainWorld Lionel boxcar. And then on top also she did passenger cars as well that went with an engine. Just all these cars are really nostalgic, and they remind you of Christmas and that warm Lionel feeling. Just amazing stuff you have there.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of these pieces, like the ones with that are on the bottom here, the one with the GG1 and the one with the engines, the front of the engines, that was from a painting that I did for a print.
Yeah.
And a lot of people now have bought the print, and they're buying the cars, and they're setting up the cars underneath the print, kind of like a little diorama, if you will, which is really, it's just like one thing led to another, and I'm just, I'm amazed that and happy about that, and
I think that's middle shelf and bottom shelf.
What was that?
That's middle shelf and bottom shelf.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And it's kind of cool to see it all together, It really is.
Well, and that's what I love about doing rolling stock as a whole with the Angela Trotta Thomas line, is that there's so many people that have their favorite locomotive or, favorite Line Chief Plus 2.0 locomotive or other locomotives. And it just, it's an easy change without buying a full set or anything like that they can throw these cars in to really kind of change their consist to give it more of a holiday feel or more of that classic collector feel.
So
really beautiful.
Thank you.
Great stuff. All right, so a lot of items, paintings, products. Angela, anything else you want to kind of go over and I guess recoup? I know a lot of people were asking about your paintings and personal work. One guy wanted to know if you do British engines. So you've got a lot of work ahead of you.
Well, one of the things I'd like to say is I have a lot of prints available, and you can see some on the shelf in the that way. No, that way. That are available. I've got both ways. But anyway, if you visit my website, which is just my name, angelatrottathomas.com, there's a Lionel page. and click on the Lionel page, and then you'll see all the prints that I have available. Of the ones that I'm telling you about, the people have taken them and they've made me, put the cars with them and that sort of thing. Little side note is, if you want it for Christmas, I'm taking orders up until November 29th because the shipping last year and this year have been really tough. So if you can get your orders in as soon as possible, that would be tremendous. Other than that, I'm really happy. Yes, I paint. I'm licensed with Lionel, and I definitely only paint Lionel for prints and boxcars and that sort of thing. Private commission painting is a different thing. I've done real engines and private commissions. I've done all different things, cars, everything. So, but it's anything that we reproduce in any way, shape, or form is Lionel and Lionel only. And I'm already with the best, so I don't figure I need to be anywhere else. So I'm delighted to have been in this position for such a long time, and have the following that I have. It's amazing still to me to this day, and very grateful, very grateful. So. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for the spectacular. I had fun doing the painting for you, and the boxcar. I think, it's just, and I love the color of the roof and everything. It just turned out terrific. So I'm real happy with all the work we've done together, and I love that you do these virtual Zoom shows. I think they're great. We reach a lot of people that, maybe we wouldn't reach out in any other way. So I'm grateful to be part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you. It's you make the hobby a better place, without a doubt.
Thank you.
There's a piece of you in all our hearts. You just,
Thank you very much. And I love working with Meegan. She knows how I feel about her.
Oh yeah.
We really have a good time, and everybody at Lionel. I just can't even say enough. I'm just grateful to work with such great people. So.
I'm trying to work with someone else on something else, and it's like they just don't get back to you. They're just like, but Meegan is like right there. You send an email, within minutes you got an email back. It's like, stay on it, and it gets done.
I try to. There are times, but I try to. Like I said, this is a labor of love of mine. I've been with Lionel for a little over 8 years now, but it is something that, it doesn't sound long. It feels a lot longer, but, we have such a great team, and, it's one of those, I work for doing things I love and the products, and, if I would have known I was going to get in production after doing marketing, I would have never thought that, but I do love being able to see these projects come to life from concept to delivery. And again, one of my favorite lines, licensor wise, because I work with all the licensors. Most of my projects are going to be a license. It is so refreshing to be able to just pick up the phone and talk with Angela and collaborate. It's not really, hey, do this for me, or hey, I'm going to do this and give this to you. As I mentioned earlier, it is so cool because you kind of tend to feel more pride toward it and proud of it, and to see it come to life. And as we love these live events. Ken Senior and Ken Junior, you guys are always big advocate for us. And I love doing stuff like this. This is where I am passionate about our projects that we do at Lionel, and getting on things like this to speak to everybody. And hopefully my passion shows. And now you guys start designing what we're going to do next year.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. How do you top the original?
I got an idea.
I've got emails from you. I know you have ideas.
Yeah. Hopefully those happen. They would. We'd sell a ton of those things for sure.
I don't think I haven't asked about a lot of them.
It's great ideas for sure.
Thank you.
That's one thing about this hobby. All the customers and the distributors, the manufacturers, going to work is fun.
Yeah.
It's a passion, it's a love. And people say, I can't wait for Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Me, I don't mind working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It don't matter. It's just it's great great customers, and great people we deal with in the industry. And
Friendships.
I've been blessed. We've all been blessed to just be in this industry. Really. Yeah.
I often think about the people that I know from all over the country that I would never know if it wasn't for this hobby.
Yeah.
It's a friend that have become friends,
Yep.
over the years. It's amazing to me that, we would have never crossed paths otherwise. So I am grateful for that too, very much.
Yeah. What do you call it? Right, with their voices and my voice, people say you're from New York, right? It's like I don't know how you can tell that, but their accents are like you're from the South, right? It's like just to hear their voices, the way they talk is amazing too.
Yeah.
It just really is.
It really is.
And the foreigners too. The foreigners are great. They try to speak English as best they can, but it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Well, this was an amazing episode. Tons of exclusive product paintings, boxcars, and a ton of Angela Trotta Thomas Lionel merchandise either on the way or in stock right now. TrainWorld, we are carrying all of Angela's products, the Lionel products, and you could get it on our website. And please check out Angela's Trotta Thomas's website as well. That's angelatrottathomas.com. Correct, Angela?
Correct.
Okay. And thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We really appreciate it. And if we don't speak to you soon, have a happy and healthy holidays.
Yes.
You and your families out there. Thank you so much for watching this Christmas spectacular. And Angela Trotta Thomas and Meegan has made it extra special tonight. So we really appreciate both of you coming on.
And one thing, Kenny, we just mentioned, should we mention the stock numbers for these items so they can go on our website and order them?
Sure.
The Boxcar is stock number. Oh, it's not written on this one.
You got a sample. I have a box somewhere. I should do this by heart, actually.
All right.
Where's my box?
Hold on.
I have a box.
And the painting, Ken, the canvas painting, we have them in stock. We have limited quantity, and we'll get them shipped out within the next few days if you order it.
The painting stock number is ATTTW Pick 1. And the boxcar number is 213-8240. If you go to our website and type in Angela Trotta Thomas or Angela Trotta or Angela, all the Angela Trotta Thomas items will pop up. So just type in Angela's full name and they'll be on our website. So
very good. Very good.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great night. Thank you, Lionel. Thank you, Angela Trotta Thomas. And have a great night, everybody.
Meegan, bye-bye.
Bye. Happy holidays.
Happy
Yes, you too.
Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye-bye.